Oh, you like anime? Who the fuck likes anime?
Welcome everybody to the next episode of What in But.
God damn.
This is your host Chet You Betcha.
What? What's in my butt today, Chet?
It's a light bulb, as it usually is.
Another light bulb. Awesome. Thank God every week it's another light bulb.
You just
Fuck.
keep twisting them in there. You go,
Oh, speaking of stuff in butts, dude, I listened to this podcast about like serial killers, and there's this dude named Bob Bordella,
yeah.
and he was master of what in butt, dude. Like,
What? Was that
He
like
would
his
just
like
torture-
call sign? Like
yeah. So he would torture people and take Polaroids of like every step of torture. So like one dude, he put bleach in a hypodermic needle and stuck it in his eyes so he went blind.
Yeah.
And then he took a caulk gun and shoved it in his ears so he went deaf, right?
Okay.
And then after that, he just shoved vegetables in this dude's asshole and took pictures of it. Welcome everybody to the next episode of Anime Trap House. This is Anime Trap House, where we say nothing controversial
At all.
and we all get along. And we all get along because we're such good friends.
We're clean, good, friendly people that
Oh.
you just wanna have a nice little chat with.
Yup. Never say,
Yeah.
you know, nothing
You'll be
bad.
like, man, this is people I'm gonna bring to my grandma's.
Yeah, you know,
you can
like these are
show
the
this
people.
podcast to your child.
Grandma
I want to bring these
was a
people
lady of the
home
night.
to the nice. Whoa.
What's the oldest you'd fuck?
Oldest I'd fuck?
What's the oldest you'd fuck?
Not
Speaking
dead.
of old ladies.
Not
Okay,
dead.
so I feel
Not I agree with Harris. Not dead.
yeah, that was my first like thought, but I want to like add like more ideas to it.
Okay.
I feel like there's an old that like I don't even want to participate in it. Like I'd do it, right?
Geriatric.
But like I don't want to like, you know, I'm not putting any effort into this, right?
Neither
Yeah.
are they.
And I feel like
Yeah.
that old
At a certain age, yeah.
yeah,
they're
that's what I'm
definitely
saying. That the old enough where I don't want to do that, but
Yeah.
like old enough that they can like get on top and do it themselves. Like that's the old.
not. So you have a limit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're wrong.
'Cause-
But that's
Harris,
not-
me and
that's
Harris
not-
is right.
That's
Yeah.
that's not like age though. That's like health.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so you're saying you wouldn't fuck somebody in a wheelchair? That is messed
Yeah.
up, bro.
Like if there's like a 40-year-old lady that's got like hip dysplasia or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that happens in humans. I know it happens in dogs. But
I literally don't know what it is.
I got bad.
like
Why you
she
always
can't
gotta
get
use
on top
words
of
like
you.
that?
You know, dysplasia, fenestration,
Just finish straight? Yup. What and butt?
fencing, you know, just
Fentanyl?
normal American lexiconical words.
Yeah.
Fencing?
But yeah, like if a 40-year-old can't get on top of you, you're not fucking because she can't do the work.
I think that just speaks to how lazy Kyle is.
Yeah, I think that's a different thing.
Yeah. Harris hit it on the fucking head, not dead. That's
Not
what we-
dead.
that's
Not dead.
That- If she's in a wheelchair, I'll figure it out.
Look. All right.
Strapper.
It,
No.
all right.
Gotta go down like
If
that.
we're going that far though, can we just say like just still warm?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Not dead.
no,
Not dead.
not dead, bro.
I'm not
Not dead.
agreeing with not dead, but I'm staying
Like,
quiet because
like
they're gonna.
if
say I'm
it's
wrong.
going down and she dies halfway through and I haven't nutted, I'm walking away.
Oh,
Stop.
wow, you gonna walk away?
Like I'll find someone, but
That's actually
like
really rude.
I won't finish. You know,
Yeah, no.
if I
You're
won't
gonna
finish
walk away.
if she's dead. If I finish and she dies, then you know, like we'll see what happens. But
That's murder, dog.
no, because you know she signed up for it. You know,
She knew her heart was at risk.
yeah.
My name is Cody the Chimp Man Chimpers. We got the quiet one, Kloos.
Yeah.
The controversial one, Kloos.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be me.
The we got my personal hero from last episode, the fucking MVP, the VIP, the MVVIP, the long dick himself, red carpet cock, Wonkula, Wonk Chocolate. He needs his own cereal brand. Kyle fucking Ramsey.
He got a lot better intro than you.
That's real. Though.
Wonk chocolate.
And then we got Harris Sloppy Con. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
give
On
me.
this episode.
Give me.
Oh.
This episode, we are watching something that doesn't make sense.
I
It's
wish
called
my tongue had a
MF.
butthole.
It's called MFKZ, but the actual name is Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Which why would
Spelled-
you even like name it that way?
I don't, and it's spelled so. It's MUTAFUKAZ.
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
So
Edgy.
how did we decide to watch this? That was my next question.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chris Cowton was like, "Hey, watch this."
Oh, cool. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
thanks,
one of our
Cowton.
watchers, but it's Cowton. Why?
Yeah.
It's Cowton. I don't know why he hates us.
Everyone's
I don't know why
gonna be
he
like
hates
just
us.
confused why we picked it.
I'm telling him right now. It was a person who listens, who's also a friend, and who obviously hates us.
Yeah.
This is a French/Japanese anime, right?
Yeah.
Guess.
So,
It is
yeah.
based off a graphic novel. I think the director wrote the graphic novel and then directed this with the help of some Japanese animation team.
yeah. So the directors, it says, oh god damn it, you guys thought I was
Ooh.
bad with
Here
pronunciation
we go.
Type it for
of
me.
Japanese names.
Paste it. Let me see.
These
it.
French. Okay, we got Guillaume
What?
Renard. How do you
Guillaume.
Let me see it.
Guillermo?
Guillaume.
Guillaume? Guillaume.
It's close enough.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's one of the directors, and the other one is Shojiro Nishimi. See, I'm getting these Japanese ones
The
down.
Japanese
I got
ones.
That's a sushi. That one's
Shojiro.
easy to say.
Shojiro.
shit. Yeah, that one's easy. Shojiro.
Nishimi. That's a sushi.
Nishimi.
Ooh.
You
I wish
still
you
fucked
said
it
what
up.
the. I wish you said what the fucking studio was that.
4C.
Madhouse.
Like 4 degrees Celsius.
Everything's Madhouse.
I think Madhouse did do something with
Yeah, they
this.
did
No,
Redline.
They did Redline.
Oh,
Yep, I
nice.
watched
Nice.
both of them, so that's what I was like, oh.
I clicked on 4C, and I don't know what any of these.
They've
I've heard of
done-
Tekken Kincrete. I heard that was fucking like a classic.
Okay, I watched a YouTube video. It's Guillaume.
Guillaume?
Yeah. Guillaume.
That's not how you spell
I
it.
just
Guillermo.
watched a YouTube video.
That's not how you spell it. Guillaume is Gium. Guillaume.
Guillaume.
It's like Liam, but in French.
Yeah.
Gangnam
Yeah,
Style.
it's Guillaume Neeson.
Guillaume Neeson.
That's the tag team clues. Thank you.
They did Justice League Flashpoint Paradox.
All right, I don't care.
They did
It
some
came
stuff in the
out-
Animatrix.
It came out in
Who
2017.
didn't do Animatrix at this point?
at a
Like, that movie's been out for 10 years. They're still, like, adding studios to
I mean,
that
it's
list.
17 years.
Yeah, I said it.
You said 10.
10 plus 7.
Is
Animatrix
less
was a
than
confusing
17?
sequel to Animaniacs. I'm just gonna put that out there.
That was actually funny. I'm so mad. I'm not even gonna laugh. That was so funny.
I like, that's my favorite thing people do. That was funny, but they just have no emotion.
No,
Yes, that was
it's
funny.
like that hit hard. I'm just not laughing.
There's
at
been
it
so
'cause
many
it's
funny
Kyle.
things I've like that have hit me, and I'm just like, I really like that, but I'm not giving it to you.
This studio also worked on Catherine,
He's
Asura's
still
Wrath,
going.
Catherine's good.
Rogue Galaxy,
He's still going.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions, FE.
Stop it.
Runtime is 93 minutes. Box office 229,000. That's it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's a lot.
Oh, I mean, if you go
That's a
on,
lot.
if you like Google this movie, it's got like 2s and 4s.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
It wasn't good.
the RZA
Oh,
was
you can't-
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a lot of hip. Vince Staples was in this shit too. I don't know who he was, but he was somebody.
he was Vince.
Mary J. Blige was the girl.
Wait, Vince Staples was Vince?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's awesome. Okay.
Michael Chiklis was Crocodile. and
Chickless.
Giancarlo Esposito was Mr. K.
Yep, I heard that shit.
Yeah, so
The
did I.
Willie guy was Mort from Family Guy.
Okay. Lot of talent. Wasted. Straight thrown in the trash.
And
You
Danny
can listen to this
Trejo
shit at
as
Anime
Chris.
Trap House. Let me finish the intro!
I said one thing in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was too much. AnimeTrapHouse.com or any podcast service out there. Go subscribe, go review. You're not going to do it. Fuck you. You should probably do it. Thanks for listening. You could go join our Discord server and fucking, just sitting there and look at what we post. Go check out the Facebook group at facebook.com/ATHgang. A lot of memes getting posted. That's pretty much it, We don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
All the links will be in the show notes and on the website. Go to the website. Look it up. Go listen to our Dr. Stone shit. That was solid. Go listen to or never mind, that's not out yet.
Uh-oh.
It will be by the time this comes out.
Right?
Batman Ninja, go listen to that. It's already out. I'm a fucking retard.
You stupid.
All right, dope or choke, boys. Let's get your little review / what you give it. Let's start with Clusy Bear.
This was dumb. It was just incoherent all around. Like, just kind of random shit happening. It was start off way too melodramatic with, oh, this city's trash and it's always going to be trash. We just want to get out. And I don't know. It's so fucking tropey. And I've seen everything that this movie has done before in a much better way. I hated the characters. None of them were good or had any, like, redeeming factor to them. This was a bad watch.
This was seeking the rope, huh?
Made me
Choke?
seek rope.
Seek rope.
Yeah.
Clusy's gonna hang himself.
Mhm.
Thanks, motherfuckers. All right, Harris, what you got?
I wanted to like it. I really did, because there was things in this that I was like, okay, this is weird. I'm in. But it just wasn't. It wasn't it. I kept waiting for it to like do something different and be better than it was, and it wasn't. So I'm gonna give it that hot seek.
Give it that hot choke, huh?
Hot
Yeah.
choke.
Hot choke. Damn.
Is
Is that the new rating system? Hot choke?
okay, this is
Every choke is hot because
yeah.
Right. All right, Kyle.
So I was actually debating, like, I like this movie as much as I hate it, which there's a lot of things I'm like, this is fun, and also it hits like this weird like vibe from like the internet when we were in high school with stickman fighting.
yeah.
Oh.
Like
yeah.
it hits that weird vibe with like all the action scenes where I'm like, this kind of feels like someone who like just really likes stickman fighting just like fucking got to make a movie.
Yeah.
That shit was dope, but all the story elements and especially the romance, oh god, that was just a fucking choke.
Oh,
It was
yeah, that's
such a
the
choke,
worst.
especially since it was so irrelevant and it was just so
Yep.
it's so forced. It like it was
So forced.
it was the inciting moment for the story, and it didn't.
The world that was built here was really cool,
But-
everything else.
But the action and like there was so much love in the animation, and like everything was busy, but it was so detailed and so fun. That almost made me give it like a dope, but it's choke. It's choke.
Yeah. Like the fucking set pieces, like with all the graffiti and
Yeah.
shit. There was so much work that went into that, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
it looked
every
great.
scene, there was like almost
Yeah.
no boring things.
Yeah, like they had like garbage all over and fucking it was very pretty.
A lot of dead
but, yeah, it
rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one dead rat that got dead, one dude stepped on it was a lot. It was a lot to
or the
watch.
one dead rat when the crow was eating its eyeball.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like mid conversation. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna show you this now, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, you ready to see an eye get plucked out? Well, you're fucking seeing it.
Yeah.
For me, this movie started off strong. It showed some characters I thought I would be able to get invested in and like watch them grow and overcome shit in an interesting world. Like everywhere's the fucking hood. I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. But it sadly turned into something that made little to no sense, and it put way too many plot elements into characters that we only see 2 or 3 times throughout the whole fucking movie. So they're like, okay, here's this group of characters, and they're integral to the plot, but you're only gonna see them twice for like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't.
Lino and Vince, they spent the entire movie really just running. That was like their whole character thing. It was just them running. They didn't really overcome anything. They had no development. Like, the only development was that one of them got a part-time job for minimum wage, and the other one fell in love to a person they talked to twice.
Yeah, and also just
Why was he a skull? Like a skeleton.
Why was he a cat man, and why did the cat man also have lips?
It's
Because
shit like
they
that
wanted to make a worse
Braces.
character than Zenitsu, and they actually succeeded.
and they did it. Yep.
God. I thought this movie was going a different route when they introduced like this like over the top cartoon trope character like Willie. You know?
Yeah.
I thought we were just gonna like enter like full Toon Force with this movie because of this shit, but no, it was just like, yeah, there's just this annoying cat guy. It's like, okay, why?
Yeah. And it's not even the character designs that bother. Like, I'm all for weird shit. Like, that could just be part of the world, and as long as nobody calls it out, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever.
They gave him a reason for looking weird. Why's he got a skull?
Well, yeah,
friend?
just him though.
Yeah.
Fucking Chibi Hell or Ghost Rider didn't have any reason
Like,
to be
only
here.
him, but then they showed what the police force looks like, and they all look the same as him. So
Yeah.
they're all the wrong type of hybrid. Like,
No, they're all
what?
They explained that later on. Oh my god.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They're all machos.
No, they're all half machos. They said they didn't. They were afraid of the them breeding, like naturally.
Yeah, so they made 'em in a
so
lab.
they did lab ones. So all those ones are like lab.
But the lab one was the girl that looked like a normal human being. Why did the police look like him, the non-lab ones?
I mean, why did he
Under
look
the
like
helmets.
that? And why did she look like that? Like,
Because she was a lab one.
no, she's.
He was an illegal one.
I thought she was.
I thought she was,
Yeah.
like the Mr. K's fucking daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the lab.
Do we gotta rewatch this
I
movie?
don't.
don't
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
not. It's
I
not
think
a- it's
I
not a
think
big
we all
deal.
missed it because it didn't matter. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, it really did.
Like, honestly, at the end of the day, it didn't matter. It
Yeah,
doesn't
the
matter.
antagonist of the movie was shit too.
The
I
the
mean,
man
it was
looked like
supposed to be the
Joe from
machos.
Family Guy with American
Yeah.
Dad. Like,
Yeah, the machos who were the tentacle demons who could look like people. And from what I understand, the bad guys wanted to terraform the planet and take it over. But I didn't know why they wanted to take it over. And I didn't really get why they didn't just murder people and then take it over by force. Like, why? I don't know. Like, nothing really made sense. The movie just was bad. The main issue with this movie is that I think it could have been good if it was a series.
Yeah.
Like, if they had a series of this and they just, like, spent time with the characters and they had this build-up and then you found out about the machos, like, mid-season, you know.
Throw in
and
a couple hot spring episodes.
So
A
I
couple Hot Spring
I do have to
episodes.
say, I have to say this because I'm me, but everything with the luchadors was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
loved the
I
weird
wanted
shit.
the rest of the plot to drop for them.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so excited for like them to be centerpieces of the plot because this is so weird and cool, and I love wrestling, and I'm stupid, and I just love it. And then
Yeah,
it was
it would've
not
been
anything,
awesome.
and then they became scientists, and I was like, what?
So yeah, if this would have been a series, I think I would have fucking loved it.
how'd they build
'Cause
a
it was
rocket
super
in like
weird.
3 hours?
Because they couldn't take piss breaks.
Yeah,
Oh,
they couldn't
that's
take
why.
smoke or piss breaks, and
My bad.
the scientist is super scientist, and
Yeah.
they're luchadors.
You'd be surprised how much you could get done if you just don't piss. So yeah, I gave this movie.
How
a
much
choke.
are you peeing?
Is this the first time we've all given something a choke?
No, second time.
No. Yeah, we all gave Baki a choke.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah,
And don't say it doesn't deserve it because it fucking
it definitely
does.
deserved.
I wouldn't say that Baki was.
I
worse
couldn't
than this.
not. I wouldn't also say that this is the least enjoyable thing we've watched.
Yeah,
What's-
but the
what's-
thing
what's
is
less
we only
enjoyable
have
than this?
I've had way less fun during other like episodes of
say
shows
if
we're
you
watching.
say Demon Slayer, dude, I'll fucking murder
There
you.
were entire episode arcs that I had way less fun.
I hate
Like
Demon
the
Slayer.
last arc of Demon Slayer.
And there was some
like the last
there was some bits
episode?
with
Yeah.
Dr. Stone, which I liked, but there's still like some like
Yeah.
dry parts where I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I,
Like
I
this
get
this
ya,
movie,
but you
I was
know,
at least entertained. Things were happening.
Yeah.
The plot at least flowed. It flowed into garbage, but
Yeah, it floated to a river of trash.
Yeah.
Plotty!
Plotty.
Plot, 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 plot,
Hey yo, bitch.
Plot.
Shit starts off with a woman who's holding a baby, running from her life from a bunch of gangsters who looks like they're straight out of the 1940s. They got suits, they got fedoras, they're fucking threaded up.
Yeah.
She runs into a dead end, and they got her cornered. She stares at them with eyes that are fucking more far apart than Kohaku's.
I knew that.
That's
I
just
knew
a
that
thing
reference
we
was
do.
coming. I saw her.
I didn't even think
yeah.
about it.
I saw her and I was like, "Oh, Cody's gonna say something about Kohaku."
Yep. Eyes fucking on the
Kohaku
side of
was
her head. Bitch looked like a
I
bird.
feel like we can do
a bird-human chimera.
I feel like we can do like a progression of animation over the decades, and eyes are just getting further and further apart, and then you do like 2050 animation, and eyes are just gonna be on the side of the head,
Or
no, they're just gonna be on the back of her
Yeah.
head.
and people are just gonna be like, "Ooh, it's so cute."
They raise the gun ups to lay this bitch out, and from behind a fence, big ass dog jumps over with the fucking a crazy tongue, you know, and it starts eating a dude's neck. She calls the dog Taz, and instead of this, like, dude, one of the 1940s gangsters pulls up the gun, but instead of shooting it, he looks back at the woman. And he's like, "Don't move!" And then the dog just eats him.
Yeah,
Like, why not shoot
yeah,
it?
that part was confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the wrong decision. I said this dog's tongue is so long that it could be featured in some hentai shit.
Ooh,
And the gangster definitely gets fucked by it.
yeah.
You think like when they had sex and had Lino that he was a dog?
Boiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
only only thing in
as
my
soon
head
as
that
like
I
they
thought
figured
of.
like they revealed that, I was like, oh,
Yeah, she's just fucking a dog.
Bestiality is real in this world.
Yep.
yeah.
The woman climbs over the dumpster and leaves the dog with the rest of the gangsters and the main gangster. We know he's the main gangster because he's dressed differently.
He wears white.
He wears white instead of black, so that's how we know he's
Symbolism.
the
He
boss.
looks like the
Yep.
dad from Incredibles,
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yes, he
yeah.
does.
and he also plays
Yeah.
a lot of Overwatch with that golden gun.
Yep. Does anybody know his name?
Bruce. It says in the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
I
He was
was
voiced by
he
Danny
tells-
Trejo.
I was confused about the whole.
Was
yeah,
he?
that's what I was trying to say, but you yelled at me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
I
got
like
it.
yelling at people. I'm sorry.
I got it. Fuck you.
Good job, Harris. Thank you for the pertinent
But
information.
yeah, I was pertinent throwing these weird ass words.
Thanks.
Thought we were done with big words.
Thanks for the
Sorry.
precipitation.
I want to sound smart. Sometimes.
I was weirded out because like the whole movie, like I don't think they say Bruce one time, but the subtitles say Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never knew his name because I didn't have subtitles. They call him like Maccabee at the end, and I'm like, I'm not writing
Mr.
that down.
Maccabee.
Yeah, Mr. Maccabee. He tells the dog he's gonna enjoy putting him down and calls him a traitor, and I'm like, what? Hold on, that's a dog, bro. It's like
you
a
used
demon.
you used to be my dog fighting dog, and,
now
now
you're
you're
her
fighting the
dog.
other fight.
And then you fucked a human, and now you think you're cool.
The story
Yeah.
is just about when your dog goes and gets pets from someone else.
Yep. We cut back to the woman running. We hear gunshots pop off in the back. We assume doggy boy died. Scene transitions from the woman running to what we believe is the adult version of the baby she's holding, riding down the scooter, delivering pizza. He's a pizza boy.
Spider-Man.
His name is Angelino. Also, everybody just calls him Lino.
Pizza time.
And I'm going to attempt to describe what this dude looks like without sounding like a grand fucking wizard for the KKK. So here we go.
Oh,
So this world has just normal looking people in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
just regular humans.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
And
mean
this
by
dude just looks like
regular?
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Wow,
trying to.
bro.
Okay,
Regular?
What's next? You gonna
Okay.
comment on their parenting skills?
Okay. Oh.
We're all.
I'm just saying, they like if you go outside and look around, they look like that.
They. What do you mean, bud?
Oh my God! Can I
Are you
finish?
saying that because you're in a white neighborhood?
No, I live in Rockford.
Yeah, the white neighborhood of Rockford.
Okay. Fuck. This dude looks like a character that is supposed to be in a completely different anime. He's like a chibi version. He's like a 3 foot tall, and he's black. But when I say black, I mean like jet black. Like turn off all the lights black. Like Wesley Snipes and Charlie Murphy would be jealous black. You know what I'm saying? Like
See. Okay.
yeah.
Darkness, everybody. Darkness is
Dark,
spreading.
yeah, motherfucking darkness.
You
he
could just
has
say
no
he just
hair.
looked like a thick stick figure, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
He really just
see,
does look
I'm
like
not
a stick
smart.
figure. That's why I was thinking
He
about the
looks
whole
like a-
thing. Like,
yeah.
he's just
He
a
looks
stick
like a thick
figure.
stick figure.
Yeah.
No hair
Thick
on his head. He
figure,
got
am I
giant
right?
ass. Yeah, thick figure. Got giant ass bug eyes that take up his whole fucking head. And it's funny because he knows, and he always calls himself. He's like, I'm ugly as fuck. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, bro.
He made so many references to him being ugly, and I was like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there's like gangsters that drive by, right? And they're like, hey, you should put a bag on it, and they throw a beer can at his head. I'm like, damn, bro. While delivering a pizza, Lino peeps a fine-ass chick on the sidewalk and stares a little too hard. Big mistake, buddy. You're driving. He drives headfirst into a truck, and it has no effect on him because we cut to the next scene, and he's just walking down the street talking about how he lost his job. That was a big truck.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna like. So I didn't know anything about this movie. Like, I didn't even read like the synopsis. I just jumped right in, and I was like, oh, this is like Yu Yu Hakusho or some shit, right? He gonna be like dead, you know?
Yeah, like it's isekai,
Isekai.
the French isekai.
Isak.
Yeah,
Kai.
but then yeah, he's just fine. His face is a little fucked up, but yeah. It's like
Yep.
what?
He lives in a place called Dark Meat City, which I swear to God is a porno I once seen.
Yep, 100%.
I
seen
did love
that
that name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
It's a
It's a
good-
good porn in a pinch.
Yeah, it's good porn. It looks like the entire city is just like one big ghetto. You see a bunch of people fighting in the street, graffiti's painted on every single building, and hood ass motherfuckers are riding down the street on bikes and shit. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of my old home.
All right, I'm just still stuck on Dark Meat City. Why Dark Meat City?
DMC.
Like,
DMC.
dude.
all right.
I mean, he uses it in like a way of like depression, meth, and like.
Yeah, but it's
something else or
actually
whatever.
called Dark Meat City, though.
No, I know.
Like
but,
this town hall got together. Like, all right, so Nashville is already taken. Small London sounds dumb, I guess. And that just leaves. Oh, there's only one.
Dark
There's
Meat
one.
City.
There's
Okay.
just one suggestion left from. Great, the Down syndrome kid left one. All right.
Okay.
What do you write? What do you write? Dark Meat City. Cool. All in favor? All you are raising your hands. Cool.
no, see,
Put your hands down.
it's all the machos, you know.
Yeah, dude, it's all the
And so
machos.
they're like,
all
hey,
fucking-
what's the dumbest name we can come up with for a city to let people know that this is our city? Dark Meat City.
Why are they called machos?
Because we're macho.
Yeah, luchadors, machos.
Yeah.
Well, those are the bad guys.
Angelino makes it home to Hotel Guadalupe or some shit. Is it Hotel Guadalupe or am I just being racist?
I think
No,
that's
it's
what
the
it
name
said.
of it. They live in a
Okay.
hotel.
Good and bad are
Yeah.
the same coin. Different
Okay.
sides of the same coin.
We meet his roommate Vince, who's just a chibi version of Ghost Rider, like legit. He has a skull. It's on fire. Again, this is a world that has like normal humans in it, like just people.
Normal.
And this dude, okay, yep.
Like, why don't you just use the word humans? You know,
Yeah.
like humans, and then
Because there could be like humans that are fucking like like fucking odd shaped like
that skulls with
they're-
fire on head.
Yeah, it's not a
Huh?
human.
Okay.
That's not a human. Name one human that has that.
There's also a part here where Lino's like, yeah, he can't get a job because everybody says he's a fire hazard or some shit. I'm like, what? It's not the fact that he's just a skull for a head?
But they say that before you see that he has a flaming skull for the head, so I was just like, oh, so is he just an arson? That's fucked up.
Right. Like, damn, dude, this guy's got like a record and shit. And then it's like, oh no, he just has fire on his head. Yep. Which leads to more questions as the show goes on.
Yeah. Vince is just chilling. He's watching some wrestling. I knew Harris was going to like this part.
My man.
Lino gets out of his work clothes and he feeds his pets, and his pets are just cockroaches. And it's not a couple. It's like every cockroach that's ever existed in this city.
I'll be honest.
It's like a swarm.
Yeah.
This shit got me. This place was so filthy, I started cleaning my apartment. I was like, I gotta, you know what? There's a sock on the ground. I gotta pick that up.
I hate it because he feeds the roaches dog treats, and then he eats the dog.
It looked like
treats.
corn pops, and I was like, I was about to like get really hype about his cereal game because that is something that
corn pops are underrated.
Oh my god, it's so easy to get in a heated argument about cereal, and when people
corn pops and chocolate milk is where it's at.
Because when people like have just bad cereal in TV, you're just like, fuck off. I hate this character now.
Like, go get some corn pops, dog. Lino sleeps, and he has a fucking fever dream, most likely due to the concussion that he must have by getting hit by a truck.
At the very least.
At the very least,
he should have caught dead.
At the very least, I would not fuck him after he died.
Right. Okay.
What about the skull guy? Does his flame still stay on when he's dead? So is he still warm?
That's what I'm saying. I just don't
When he
know.
naps, does it go out? And when he lays
he wears hats.
He does wear a hat.
He wears like he covers the fire on his head so many times, and I was like, can he just turn it off?
When he lays down, does he just light his pillow
hair?
on fire?
I don't know.
You guys are getting a little too deep into this fucking skull guy. He has a fever dream, and he sees the demon dog Taz chases after him. Whatever. He wakes up and he looks outside. In the morning, we're introduced to the friend of the group, or the friend that every group of friends have.
The Josh, if you will.
God damn it! You took it from me.
I know. I was so excited because you
let me do it.
I knew you were gonna try to do it, and I did it first.
Said the guy that everybody fucking hates, but they won't leave him alone, aka Cluse.
I feel like
See you guys next week. I'll be on the next podcast.
So I'm gonna say it. I'm feeling a little weird because like I feel like that used to be me.
No, it was a tough one to put you or Cluse, but I think I picked Cluse because you did so good on last podcast.
I used to be a little bit of the whipping dog, and now.
No, you still are.
Okay.
Don't. You know what? The guy that everyone fucking hates, but they won't leave him alone, aka Kai.
Oh, I stuck my butt out for that one. Like.
And this dude in the show in the movie looks like a methed out cat with braces, and his name is Willie.
He looks like
Willie
a Sonic
pounds on
fanfic.
Yeah.
Oh wrong.
God, that's right.
Good one. Yes, he does.
I was thinking it, but I couldn't. Like, you ever have a thought, but like somehow can't fucking bring it to the front of your head? Like it's
No.
you're like thinking it so fucking hard, but you just haven't said it, so it just like hasn't hit you yet.
You go to the doctor.
Did you get hit by a truck?
Yeah. Are you having a fever dream right now?
He's like,
Yeah. Willie pounds on Lino's door, and nobody wants to let him in because he sucks. And while he's pounding on the door, a snake-wielding Nazi opens the door next to him and tells him to shut the fuck up because it's pissing off his snake.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I like this.
Also, his door says 666 snake. Yeah. Which imagine being like a Nazi and you're just like, oh, I need to let people know I'm here. And also my snake.
I'm the snake. I'm the snake guy. Vince feels bad that this dude is about to get fucking Adolf Hitlered, so he lets him in. Which was a mistake, because, like I said, this dude fucking sucks. Willie bitches about them getting out and getting some food, so they all hop on a bus. And on account of Lino's brain damage, he starts to see some fucked up shit going on. Some of the shadows of people that he sees have, like, tentacles and demon horns and shit. And he's like, "What's going on?" I don't know, dude. You got hit by a truck.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's what's
I mean,
going on. You didn't even go to the
I
doctor.
get creeped out when I see Priest too, but
Right. I think this is actually a fucking take on the American health system, right? Like he couldn't afford it because he doesn't have health insurance, so he just lives with brain damage.
That's where I thought it was gonna kind of go for a minute. You know?
No, I
And it
didn't. When I seen the Nazi wielding a snake, I was like, oh.
I thought it was gonna
Okay.
be like a class thing. You know, like.
No.
Like I thought, like I said, I had no idea. I hadn't seen anything about this except that this guy looks like this.
Yeah. They get off the bus. We get a pretty intense shot of a crow just pecking out the eye of a dead rat and eating it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it was graphic.
very good stuff.
Lino starts to talk his crazy shit to Willie and Vince and ask if they also are seeing the shit that he is. And then we see the crow get real interested in what he's saying. Like, it looks up, it flies over to him, you know. Which I don't think they ever explain,
I
do
think
they?
the crows are like controlled or like robots or something because they got green eyes.
Yeah. Are they
They're
machos?
Maybe.
I
Or
mean,
I kind of at first I thought it was gonna be the. Dog
I mean, you have
from
the
beginning.
one thing turning into a dog, so like, why not crow? I guess.
Right.
But
Yeah. I don't know.
I thought it was him, but I mean, they never. You know, again, I feel like at some point they were gonna do something with it, and then by the end of it, they just forgot.
yeah,
They're just like,
same thing
fuck
with
it.
rats. They keep showing rats, but like they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
There's no direct imagery associated with rats, so it's just rats.
Yeah. It's like this is how dirty the city is. Rats. Okay.
Rats!
We already got cockroaches.
So yeah, Lino tells them about the shadows, the tentacle monsters, and both Willie and Vince are like, man, it's either the sun or maybe being hit by a car not even 24 hours ago. That might be affecting your brain. So let's go get some food.
Yeah, and
So
I kind of liked this aspect of it because it was like Lino's like kind of like looking like he's losing his mind, and his friends are like actually friends, and they're like, let's try to help this instead of like just ignoring him, like, just shut up, like,
Yeah.
fuck,
You ain't.
shut the fuck up.
You're
Like,
fine. You're fine. Stop being a little bitch. You just got hit by a truck. It's okay.
Yeah, but the worst part is that we had to hear Willie say shit like, "Let's get some froyo."
Yeah. Don't do that ever,
Yeah.
please.
That's
You
a
need
good one.
you need more spit in your mouth
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
talk like him.
I don't like it. Don't try.
so spitty.
They find a spot and they get some grub. While they're finishing up, the fine girl that got Lino hit by a car walks in, and instead of talking to her, Lino's just like, "Hey, we gotta go," and then he runs out.
And that's
I
that's,
relate
that's,
with this, but still, I hate that.
and that's the
damn
fucking
it.
that's the romance plot. That's it. Clap, clap,
Yep,
clap.
so- okay.
yeah, so we've started it.
All right,
It's
serious question. This is more for Josh than anyone else.
Uh-oh.
How old do you think this girl is, Josh?
Ah!
16.
Okay.
Lino's
It's older than I
22.
thought you
she's
used.
pretty
I don't
thick
know.
for 16.
Okay, come on.
Also,
you know,
the description
Lino's 22. There's no way she's
and
not.
also the description says a teenage slacker for like the Netflix description. I think says it.
For Lino? He literally says I'm 23 or 22.
I'm just saying that's the Netflix description.
That's I
No,
guess
was-
22 is the
I was
new
asking
teenager.
about Luna.
Yeah.
I know.
Look.
Outside, we see the crow again watching them while they're walking down the sidewalk. Lino looks back and he notices some 1940 gangsters following him, like being all suspicious and looking at on a phone that doesn't work.
Yo, what they do to
All
like
this
piss
other
off the Blues Brothers?
right?
Oh,
And
Men
why
in
did they
Black.
never update their suits? Like, how long has it been and they're still wearing fucking
Because they're Men in
fedoras?
Black.
they're aliens. They don't understand
I
fashion.
think they're humans actually.
Okay.
No, listen.
Only some of them
You
are
guys
aliens.
aren't listening to me. They're the Men in Black.
The Men in Black.
Men in Black,
Their license
Men
plates
in
even
Black.
say MIB.
Yeah, they do actually say that.
I don't know the words to this song.
Men in Black.
The boys try to run from the hitman and a chase ensues. While running, Willie is a fucking idiot and, just starts running into shit about to throw up. But of course it helps out because he's one of those characters. He spills some garbage, and one of the hitmen tries to jump over, and he lands on a rat, and we get another unnecessarily gory scene of the rat exploding under his feet.
Yeah. It was disgusting.
Yep, he makes all the insides of the rat not on the inside anymore, and he slips on the guts and falls
This is
over.
what I'm talking about. Where I love watching. Like, I enjoyed watching it. Like,
Yeah,
there's details. What I'm saying, it's not just like a boring transition running phase. Like, I can pay attention to it and get rewarded with like details. I know it's a rat getting its guts blown out, but like it's still fun watching.
Can't wait for the Netflix special on Kyle.
Yeah.
When he's just in a fucking like a room explaining to the detectives.
And they'll
You know,
be
it started
interviewing
off-
us, and they'll be like, did you not see any red signs when he was like enjoying gore and shit in anime? It's like, no, I just thought he was fucked up. I didn't think he was gonna fuck
He's
people
white.
up.
Like that's what they do.
Right. That's
I don't
just
know.
I'm brown. You know, like I just thought that's what all the white people were like. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. When the next hitman jumps over, he lands on this dude's
How much
face,
is a pet
and
rat?
he also falls. Stop it! Stop it! This leaves one hitman left chasing, and I wish they gave this dude a name because he's like.
They didn't. He's just a recurring.
did.
Yeah, they never. Did they?
Agent Randy Crocodile.
Oh, that was his name.
Yeah,
What a good fucking name,
I know. It was voiced by Michael Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis.
I like chiclets.
Good one.
Gum.
He sees this Three Stooges shit happen and decides to pull out the silenced heater. He fires off some shots and misses literally everything. Like the shit character that he is, Willie falls and Lino is forced to go back and help him. And he's like super full from just eating. And like you could see it in his stomach and he's like about to throw it up and it's really
I see
disgusting.
him running with his mouth full.
Yeah, like full of vomit.
There like the scenes where Lino had like the concussion and everything. Like, I don't know why that really bothered me. Like, I don't know. I had a headache and it just made it feel worse. And then this scene with him running with his mouth full of yak, I was like, all right, not having fun.
Yeah, I didn't like it. So yeah, Lino runs back with the garbage can and he throws it at the hitman, and it distracts him long enough, and like we get a shot of Lino's heart turning on fire and his eyes changing. So he goes Super Saiyan and he kicks this dude in the fucking face, and it's good. I like this
Stick
a lot.
animation.
Yep, stick animation. Flings him to the side, falls on the ground. Vince takes this time to use his Ghost Rider powers to smite this evildoer. And by that, I mean he tries to throw a brick at this guy, and it doesn't even make it to. Like, it falls flat in front of him.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Short dicked it.
Yeah, short-dicked it. He stands up to shoot him. Lino duffs the hitman one more time in the back of his head, and he falls over. This time, Vince uses super Ghost Rider strength to push a dumpster and roll it really fast at the hitman, hitting him in the head and knocking him out. But it didn't even look like forceful.
Yeah, I liked it because I was like, oh, we're gonna see his head like explode inside of the things, but he just kind of like rolled over and
Just
was like,
taking a nap and then just throw trash on him.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that looked not very impactful. That shouldn't have done anything of real consequence to him, but it did.
Right. Definitely did. Vince says they got to get the fuck out of there, so they all jump on the motorcycles, on Vince's motorcycle, and they bounce. That's another reference to Ghost Rider because I am unoriginal.
Nice.
I get it because
you
it
get a
was a
short-
motorcycle.
Yeah, but they never got on one.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
I was gonna say, I was like, man, I must have fallen asleep or something. So
You're like, I don't
fucking
remember
motorcycle.
any motorcycle
They,
talk.
they ruined the scooter when he got hit by the truck.
Where am I at? We get a short scene of them trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, and they head back home. We see the same bike riding gangster, like trying to act hard as fuck when he sees some cops. So he pulls out a pistol and cocks it, right? Just giving him fucking mean mugging him hard, and he's immediately shot directly in the forehead. Like
Gets the old dome.
gets the fucking Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers right in the fucking
So many
head,
people
dude.
just die like lackadaisically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. The cops rush into into Hotel Guadalupe, and they just start shooting the fucking place up. Lino and Vince, they start throwing hella shit at the cops. Just everything in their house, which isn't a lot, you know. They get some pizza and they throw it at the cop's face, and when the pizza hits dude in the face, fucking the army of cockroaches just floods to him.
This is the best trained cockroaches I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah,
Like, they waited
definitely
until the
best.
pizza was thrown. Like, there was pizza around the apartment, but they didn't devour this man until it was thrown. Like, they knew. They knew they had to
Yeah.
wait their turn.
They're good. They're good roach
They're just like
buddies, you
sitting
know?
there, like, hold, steady.
The cop freaks out that all these cockroaches are on him, and he just starts shooting the walls and the ceilings to kill him. The bullet holes buckle the ceiling, and he's crushed by a bathtub. I think.
It's a
Honestly, I don't-
refrigerator.
Was it okay? Yeah, I didn't see what it was. I just know it was something heavy.
It was a fridge.
Okay, does it matter?
It was a fridge.
Okay. His gun flies out of his hands, and it rolls over to Lino, and then another cop rushes in. Lino grabs a gun and fucking turns this cop into Swiss cheese and just lights his ass up. Another cop with a shotgun runs in, and Lino tries to shoot him, but he runs out of bullets. So the cop runs in and pops a shell off at him, but before he can get another one, Lino grabs a can of roach killer and uses Vin's head, his fire head, to make a little flamethrower. I hate this.
There was a lot of fun things in this fight.
I didn't understand.
These men are worse shots than, like,
This-
Stormtrooper, like, memes.
For
This
real.
was legitimately the worst no-knock I've ever heard of. I've read the news
Yeah.
where they no-knock the wrong house and just shoot a dog and leave. And that's a better no-knock.
Okay.
What?
He's trying to be political.
That's not... Well,
He's trying to be.
that's just real. I'm just saying, they just literally like, okay. There's just a couch. They don't even have weapons. And they just stood there and waited and got shit thrown at them. Like, I'm sorry, but you're in full suits and it's just a couch. Just kick the couch and tackle them.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they could have.
From a tactical aspect, they were not doing the right stuff.
Yeah.
No knock. So yeah, Lino grabs the roach killer, sprays fire at dude. Dude falls over. A grenade is also falls off his thing, and somehow the pin's out. I don't know. I don't get it. It explodes. They get a little time to think, and Vince is like, "All right, I'm out," and he jumps out the window and slides down a pole into the alleyway. Lino goes to follow before he can. Another cop runs in. And once again, we see his heart like light on fire, and his pupils turn to diamonds. And he just starts dodging the shots and fucking crawling on the wall like Spider-Man and shit.
Spider-Man.
He Spider-Man. And then he jumps to a pistol and jumps directly into this guard's face and shoots him in his eye hole of his like face mask. And blows his brains out. It's pretty good.
Plant.
It was a lot of slow motion. Dude got shot in the head. I'm all right with it. Oh wait, no, he doesn't shoot him in the eye hole. He shoots the mask.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
dumb.
I wasn't even gonna
I'm
correct
dumb.
you. I was just gonna be like, yep.
I'm dumb. He shoots the mask and it breaks, and we see that these fucking like super cops are the same type of thing that Lino is, because we just see the big, huge bug eyes.
Look like him.
Yep. Lino jumps out the window and does some crazy wall running parkour shit and makes it to the alleyway with Vince, and they both disappear into the sewer.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We're gonna fight the guy
They're
from
Ninja
Baki.
Turtles.
Baki.
Okay. Yep.
Da-na-na-na.
We cut to the next scene with the wrestlers that Lino and Vince like to watch, and by wrestlers I mean luchadors, because there's probably a difference, and I don't want Harris to be mad at me.
The wrestlers are wrestlers, and luchadors have masks.
Okay, but they're still wrestlers, right? So if I call them wrestlers, it'd be fine.
Let's say luchador.
Okay.
Put some respect on that name.
You put some respect on luchadors,
sorry.
okay?
All right. They're like sitting there, and the dude like puts a rag on his nose to wipe blood off, and they start discussing signs and how these guys are guardians, and how one of the guardian wrestlers has been seeing signs of a skull on fire and cockroaches and just a bunch of weird shit. And I'm like, okay, this is getting awesome. I can't wait to see these wrestlers like be like the guardians of the world. And they explain it too. They're like, yeah, these guys are the Lucha Warriors. They're the guardians, and they only like wrestle or luchador or whatever the fucking technical term is, Harris.
No, they wrestle.
Okay, so they're luchadors that wrestle.
Yeah, wrestling is the thing, but their style is
Luchadors.
luchador.
Okay. They only wrestle to pay rent while they wait for their calling.
Gotta make that money.
Yeah. We get a
Also,
flashback.
there was a reference to Blue Demon. Shout out, that's a real luchador.
Hell yeah.
Probably one of the best
Alright.
luchadors on the
I
planet.
hate it when mommy
Okay.
wrestles to
History.
pay rent.
Yeah.
Same. I like when mommy wrestles. Nope, never mind.
No,
We get a flashback of the woman from the beginning. The gangster boss caught her, and he pulls the baby out of her hands, but she pulled some black magic shit, and the baby was fake.
it was a doll.
It was a doll. The real baby was thrown into a dumpster for Taz to find.
The real baby is the one we found along the way.
Uh-oh. The gangster boss shoots this bitch in the head, and Taz finds the baby. And Taz is fucked up. His eyes, like, out of his face and shit. And he's all shot up. Or it's all shot up. I don't
didn't
know.
like it.
It's a dog.
Eyeballs like fucking droop, like it's out of its socket, just swinging around.
Yep. Back in the present, Lino calls Willie from a payphone, asking if they can stay at his place. Willie says fuck no, because he's a shitty friend, and then he disconnects the phone. Because he has to take a shit.
Yeah, he's not a bad friend right there. He just gotta poop.
I mean, he's a bad friend.
Of
He's like,
course,
no, you ain't coming
Of course
over.
Josh would side with him. Of course he would. Of course he fucking
Sometimes
would.
you gotta poop,
You
dude.
ain't doing us favors. I ain't doing yourself favors.
It's not that he had to poop. It's that they're like, hey, we need a place to stay. And he's like,
We're about
nah.
to get murdered. It's like, I got something really important right now.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Okay, Kyle, you're the one who fucking mutes and actually leaves the podcast because he can't hold in his shit for over an hour.
Got crazy poops.
You got.
But if you're gonna,
Yeah, but if we were like dying,
I'm
I'm
gonna
pretty
shit
sure he'd
myself.
hold it in.
I'll
Good
remember
friend.
that next time I'm dying and I need you.
yeah,
I'm not going to
Next
you if I'm
next
dying.
time, like that's
Who the
happened
fuck am I
before,
kidding?
bro. Like you good?
right?
Lino and Vin start walking, but they're in the wrong hood because some fucking gangbangers roll up and hit him with the. They hit him with the "What's good, cuz?
You supposed to be here?
You supposed to be here, bro? What's good, cuz?" But thankfully, before they could rob, beat, and more than likely kill him, the other side of the block rolls up in the 4-door and fucking just starts doing a drive-by and kills like 2 or 3 of them, and then rides out.
Purple
the
gang
bangers
versus green gang.
Yeah. Oh, I have the names of them.
Grapes
The
and
purple,
limes.
yes, fuck yes, dude. The grapes with the Z and the limes with the Z.
It was
Oh
good.
fuck, dude, it's
It
so
made me
good.
happy. I was like, this is okay. This is funny.
I mean, if we're,
Yeah,
but
the
like
grapes
also
and
at the same
limes.
time, it really be like that out there in the hood.
Right? Yeah, them
I-
grapes, dude. You gotta watch
they
out for
get
them
they get
grapes.
this opening shot of them walking the city, and it's like, you ain't supposed to be wearing that color around me home. I'm like, all right.
Like, oh shit. The bangers run after the car, and Lino and Vince get away. They find a house to squat in to hide out from all the shooting. And once again, the crow's there watching them with its fucking wild green eyes. They turn on the TV to find out that both of them are wanted men for murder. Weird. And just like in general being terrorists. Like, you know, they're like, they do bad shit.
Did you
The dude's
terrorist
head's on
stuff?
fire. It's weird. The 1940s gangsters show up at the house. Gotta get that cum out of my throat. And the boss says as he wants the shit done quick.
You could get it out.
The hood dudes roll up and they're like, "What's going on with those suits, cuh?" The boss man don't like this shit, and he tells him to back the fuck off before he puts him down. And the dude he's talking to is quick to pull out the strap
He shoots a different guy,
and shoots, just a random guy.
and then he says he shoots him. He stands in the open streets, says,
And then
"You're gonna
laughs.
need a new suit, huh?" and then laughs like they aren't going to shoot him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they proceed to shoot him.
It was the stupid. Like, okay, all right. So I'm arguing with you, Cody, right? And you have a gun.
Why?
Right?
Yeah.
And I just go, like, you're like, oh, step up. I, like, just fucking stop. I'm like, and I just shoot your wife, right?
Okay.
And then I go,
That's
You're-
okay. I don't know why we
and
had
then
to
I'm
go there,
like,
but okay.
you're gonna need a new wife.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to shoot you. You know? I'm like, all right, I guess you're right.
There's a deeper message here, guys.
Okay.
The education level of these
Yeah.
gangbangers is very low, so
yeah.
they don't have the tactical
I
thoughts.
disagree with that. Shakespeare seems like he is well versed.
No, he just reads Shakespeare. He doesn't know anything about anything else.
He doesn't know anything about.
You don't know that. He just quotes Shakespeare.
He
a
doesn't
lot.
know anything about nutrition. That man
I was
is
about to
as
say
big as a
that.
house.
Damn it!
Harris is king of stealing shit.
Holy shit! Get out of our heads. Get your own jokes.
Actually, you're right. He also had kill tattooed on his stomach, so I guess
Yeah.
probably right.
Fuck is he doing?
A shootout starts because of the whole altercation between the two, and the boss yells at some of his men to go find Lino and Vince. Crocodile is his name. What's his name? Crocodile.
Yeah.
Crocodile?
Randy Crocodile.
Randy Orton busts into the house and sees
Steve
Lino
Irwin.
and Vince escape into the backyard. While they are running away, they see one of the hood boys kill one of the gangsters point blank, like in a car. But instead of them fully dying, we see like a third eye open on the side of his head and a tentacle bust out of his mouth and starts just fucking murdering these people. The shadowy creature looks just like what Lino was seeing, you know, like when he thought he just was dying from brain damage when he got hit by the truck. They escape and they jack an ice cream truck. They start to drive off and the gangsters find him and follow him.
This one we get
Chase
this
scene
dope
ensues.
ass music.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
music was
fucking
really cool.
ice cream
Oh
truck
my
that
God.
was like in the
Unfair.
song. Ugh.
Unfair. I was enjoying the fuck out of it. But then they do this like weird scroll that I fucking hated it. Like this movie does a few fun things, but like then it just sucks.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put this whole movie.
Yeah, that's his whole fucking
Because like doing like some weird like cut of going like them asking questions like, what's this? Like I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like one of those like old like trailers from the like 30s from the drive-in era of like they came from outer space.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, they keep
What
doing
is
it.
going on?
which-
Who are these guys? Like, what
Which
the
is like
fuck?
weird. Like okay, they did a crawl when they got to what was it, Palm City or something?
Yeah,
Palm Hills.
Yeah.
And that intro was great for establishing the shot. It was basically establishing shot, which was fun. But this was just like
What's wrong with his head? Why is it on fire?
it's just like
Yeah,
okay.
it was just like weird shit. And I was
How do you
like,
not cut
why?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
How
we've
do you
been asking
waste
that
time
this
like
whole time.
animating shit?
And then they never answer it.
Right. For me, like, and that was the thing. Like, if that wasn't there, I would have been much more invested. But if like that moment pulled me out of everything else that
exactly.
was going on.
It pulls you out.
Yeah, you're like, okay, they don't even know what the fuck is going on. They think this is silly. Like, their lives are in danger, but this
But
goofy
it's
thing is happening
Mid
right now.
dope chase with music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Definitely ruined the scene. So yeah, chase is happening. They're in ice cream truck, dope music. Vince just starts throwing out ice cream from the back at the dude's car. They try to wipe it, and that's not a good idea. Big car pileup happens, and those guys get fucking crushed by
Yeah,
a
there was a
semi.
lot of good car interaction there.
Yeah, those guys are super dead. So yeah, they get crushed by a semi, and there's one car remaining. Lino hits a massive fucking jump and breaks every law of physics because he pretty much recreates the ET scene with the bicycle flying in the air. The ice cream truck crashes hard. It flips over a shit ton of times before landing upright.
Perfectly.
And they're like, "Oh shit, we're
It felt-
alive!" And you're
It
like, "No,
felt
you're
like
not."
those
No,
GTA
you're not.
scenes where like like those moments where you like do it and then your car just lands perfectly. Like, nice.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that's what was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna like just drive off, and I was like, okay, sure. Like,
Yeah.
they referenced GTA earlier, so this is fine,
Yep.
I guess.
The last car following them hits the same jump, but this time both the people turn to jelly as they fucking crash into a
Yeah, they
wall
straight up
without seatbelts.
They like turned towards the bridge. I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, I don't either.
I didn't know.
One of the people in the car was one of the shadow tentacle monsters, the machos, and he just melts into soup, so they can die, which I didn't know.
The old suit.
Lino and Vince run away. The boss gangster shows up and he says they couldn't have gotten far, that they need to set up a perimeter. He says that if Lino can tell the difference between machos and humans, they are fucked. And then the next scene, this is where I wrote down. So the next scene is like the newscaster saying riots are happening between blah blah blah, and this is when they said between the grapes and the limes, and I fucking yelled. I'm like, this is great.
This is so good.
I actually totally missed that.
And I really liked it because it was like, it was their actions were having consequences on the world,
Yeah.
and it was a good way of showing it. It's like, oh yeah, they fucking started like
You just supported terrorism.
riots, you know?
Yep.
Like fucking like gang warfare is going on out there, police state, you know, class warfare,
State
gangs,
of emergency.
police,
You're just
laws.
Okay. Yep. News of all the craziness happens, and it reaches the luchadors, and they see all the signs that they have been noticing all over the news. Their eyes grow big, and I have no idea what the fuck is happening at this point. 'Cause
The
I'm like,
cockroaches, the cockroaches
Yeah,
are going to the
cockroaches.
desert.
Not the desert. They're trying to find somebody.
They're
trying to
leaving
find
the
Lino.
city. They said that.
Yeah.
Well, like they don't know. Like people don't know that, but
Right.
like,
Okay.
the news is like, oh, these cockroaches are leaving the city, and if they're leaving, then what the fuck does that mean for us?
Yeah, and then they show
And-
like
yeah.
pictures of Lino and Vince, and then that's where he sees a skull on fire, and they're like, "This is what I've been seeing." Beeper, beeper.
Yeah.
Lino and Vince make it to their favorite spot to eat, back in Dark Meat City. Inside, once again, is Luna. That's the chick that
They haven't seen for
fucking
like
got.
15 minutes.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
she's the one that Lino looked at and got in a car accident for. They head in and they tell her their story for some fucking. I
For
don't
no reason.
like this. Yeah. It's
They
dumb.
like ran away before. Like, okay, so all right, so here's my love story, right? So you're driving around, right? And you see this
Yup.
chick, and you just fucking drive into oncoming traffic, you know.
Yeah, you just eye fuck her and then drive into oncoming
You know,
traffic.
like classic love story. You survive. You never even like talk to her. Later, you see her in a restaurant, and you're just like, "Well, I'm leaving," and then.
I gotta go.
But the third time, I saw her and I just told her way too much information. And then turns out
This
she
is
was a
normal.
spy.
Yeah, no, hold on. It turns out that she just believes everything you say and like, yes, everything's gonna be
No,
fine.
she was literally sitting there
And-
like
and
stalling.
then she's a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, before we go further, we did
Okay.
miss talking about Shakespeare in his totality.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down because I'm like, I like Shakespeare, but it's
He's
just
a big,
you know,
big fat dude with the word "kill" on his stomach that quotes Shakespeare as he's blasting up the Men in Black, and then the fucking Bruce says to be or not to be, and then he's like, I could quote Shakespeare too, bitch, and blows this man's fucking eyeball out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you think he's dead because when you shoot somebody in the eye, normally that leads to like other problems in your head, you know,
Like brain failure,
like death.
which is
Yeah.
death. Yeah,
You
Yep,
have trouble
death. Yeah.
smelling.
yeah.
Yep.
Your personality changes a little
Mhm.
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, Shakespeare was dope. I like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
but that part's important for the end.
It is. You're right.
A very interesting amount of what's the word? Charisma thrown onto like a random other character.
Yeah, it was voiced by the
Lino?
RZA.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I guess I love the voice. I wish the movie was good. I just wish it was a show.
Thanks, Calvin.
Yeah,
Thanks, Cowton.
Jesus
Piece of
fucking
thanks,
Christ.
Couch.
I wish it was good.
Thanks, Couch. So yeah, Lino tells her their story, and she's like, "All right, it's all fine." And then we see the 1940s gangsters that are also ninjas fucking roll up and sneak up on Vince and put this boy in a chokehold. Somehow without burning themselves. You know, his head's just on fucking fire. They're like, I'm gonna put him in a chokehold.
Yeah. What?
The boss man enters and says, just like moss to the flame, he knew they would come back to Luna. Fucking how?
Yeah, it was just.
They've never even talked until right now.
I don't.
It was
the
all a
machos?
dream.
It was all
They were just like, well, we're going back to the only other place we've been in this movie. We're going to get Mexican food again. Like, that's it.
They ran out of
Boss
animation
Man.
budget, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, they-
so
yeah,
let,
they had
so
to
let me tell you the story of how this happened. Right. Luna was put in that place for Lino to crash into the truck so that he would, you know, everything happened that way. And then she sat in that one Mexican place because Lino goes there because he knows people. And then she's like, hey guys, they're going to come back here because this is the only place they know to eat because they left a big tip for him
Can you
earlier
These
in the
aliens
movie.
are like
Can you
going
stop?
4D on the fucking.
Yeah. So they get Vince in a headlock. The boss man tells her good job because she's a fucking two-faced bitch and she's been working with him. Lino goes into rage mode, grabs a butter knife, and just starts fucking repeatedly stabbing one of the gangsters in the neck. The gangster falls over, and we see that he's actually a macho, and then a rapey tentacle busts out of his body and wraps up Lino. The scene cuts, and Lino wakes up strapped to a chair. In like, I don't even know how to explain where he's at. It's just like, I don't know. He's in a chair, and he's just in a fucking giant room.
It's like the inside of a giant machine cavern.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good way. Good job. And I thought at first, I'm like, wait, so did he die when he got hit by the truck, and they've just been like putting this memory shit into his head or something?
Ooh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, I really didn't know what was happening up to this point.
And then he wakes up and they're like, "You are now a motherfucker."
A motherfucker. Bow, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, bow.
Can we cut
'Cause-
that?
The dubstep. The dubstep. Some old white dude starts talking straight nonsense, but I'll do my best to explain. He says that the machos are the master race of the planet. They can disguise themselves as humans, and that they've already infiltrated a big portion of the planet. Lino is half macho. His mom was a lady from the beginning that got shot in the head, and I'm pretty sure his dad was the dog that protected her. And that means she fucked a dog. All right, that's what
Bestiality
I'm
is
getting
real.
at. Bestiality's real, and it makes these guys.
She liked the Red Rocket. I don't know what to say.
She loved the Red Rocket. The old white dude, his name's Mr. K. He says race mixing is a no-no because it taints the perfect blood of the machos.
And I squinted my eyes real hard here. I was like,
There was not.
is this
This
racist?
is in the first like. This movie, I don't know what its themes are because it's just weird.
It's all
It's
over
all over the place
Yeah.
because, like, okay, you have the Nazis, you have the like Nazi neighbor, you have the police in these like black and red uniforms, which also make me think about Nazis, and then
Yep.
and then you have like this. They say master race with that, but like,
You have actual Nazi. He's an actual
and then
Nazi.
the aliens, but like, and then they're talking about race mixing, but like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to go anywhere, and like the whole entire.
It doesn't.
The entire movie, he's just talking about not using the like beast in him, and I'm just like, I don't like that either, and I don't fucking.
Yeah. No,
They had a lot of themes that they wanted to touch on, but they just
I
didn't.
feel like it was just absence of themes.
And
Like they were just like,
I
oh,
feel
we've
like-
seen this in movies, and then that's it.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's it. Yeah, they had ideas, but they just didn't know how to like flesh them out. They just didn't have enough time. Like if they had more time, I think it could have been good.
they were like, okay, we're gonna make this movie, and then what are some relevant themes right now?
Hitler.
Classism, racism,
Classism,
Nazis, gangs,
Gangs.
luchadors. Like what the fuck are you
cockroaches.
talking about?
Like, yeah,
Men in Black. Like what the fuck is happening?
So yeah, the old white guy tells Lino that in order to brace his macho side, He needs to go and kill his friend Vince. Once he does this, his transformation will be complete. The old white man sends in Luna. I don't know why. He just does it, and then Luna comes in, and she's like, "We could do so much together," and they should join her. So is she bad guy? Is she good guy? Does she like him? Does she not? She grabs his hand, and I guess she can hear his thoughts.
See into his back.
Yeah, because she hears his mom saying how much she loves him and how she's gonna protect her, and I'm like, what is this character?
What is this power?
What are they
is
trying to
happening?
convey?
It's a lot. It's a lot that happens with this one character. I don't fucking get it.
It's a lot that happens with her, but for no reason. We have no context. We don't know who the fuck she even is up to this point. The movie's almost over. So yeah, she grabs his hand. The mom's like, "I love you, Lino," and then she starts to cry because his mom loves him. And then she leaves.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Lino's eyes go like pure white, and his skin keeps like rippling with mini
Yeah,
tentacles.
he's got the goosebumps.
He's got them goosey bumps, and he keeps
Goosies.
going, "I gotta kill Vince. Gotta
I
go
get
kill
the
Vince."
goosebumps every time.
The old white man and the boss gangster in white have a conversation about why humans are shit and the machos are not shit. And the old white man tells him to fuck off and don't question him again. The boss man leaves and a screen pops up in front of the old white man, Mr. K. I'm gonna call him Mr. K. I just have it wrote down old white man because they literally don't name these people until the last fucking 10 minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what was Bruce? Bruce, I'm not calling Bruce.
Springsteen.
Boss man leaves, and a screen pops up in front of Mr. K, and it's Luna, and she yells at him and calls him father, and we're like, oh shit, that's her dad. We still don't know if she was born in a lab or if Mr. K actually got some pud.
Mhm.
She's yelling at her dad. She's like, you told me I wouldn't be able to survive on the outside. And that she wouldn't be accepted and everybody would hate her. And she's like, how was Lino able to do it? And the dad's like, yeah, everybody fucking hated him. His life is shit. What are you talking about?
He lived in the ghetto. He had fucking cockroaches as pets.
Yeah, people threw cans at his head, told him to put a bag on it.
Right.
Even though you look nothing like him.
Right.
She was a lab one, I told you.
No.
This is where they say that she was a
No,
lab
they
one.
don't. No, they don't.
Okay.
I don't remember.
They don't.
I didn't mention earlier that. Well, actually, I guess I did. Never mind. Harris did it for me. I forgot to mention that the cockroaches are trying to get back to Lino. Like you see, like little bubbles pop over all the cockroaches, like with Lino's face. They're trying to find their homie because he gave them dog treats.
Yeah.
That's it. Who knew if you feed cockroaches, they could turn into the cockroach army and go fuck shit up for
Taking
you?
a page from Batman Ninja here.
Right? Oh, yeah. Lino gets put back into the cell with Vince, and he goes like back and forth from normal Lino to macho Lino, and he almost kills him. Vince is like, you're my friend. And with the power of friendship, Lino snaps out of it and doesn't kill him. Never seen that before.
Yeah, I really wanted him to kill him.
Me too.
It's just tropes the fucking movie.
Tropes the movie. Lino goes macho form and busts out of the cell and murders those fucking guards just trying to do their job, you know? Like, they probably just get paid like a...
They were mean to him for no reason, though. They were like, shut the fuck up in there before we come in there and
That's
wreck
just how
your ass."
guards talk, though.
Yeah, these guys are known terrorists.
No, it doesn't have to be like that.
If you want your
The
bonus,
luchadors make it to the compound. And they fucking ruined some guards. And it was awesome. And I wish they were a bigger part of the movie.
But then Mr. K was fine with him breaking out.
Yep. He was actually happy about it for some fucking reason. Lino and Vince see the luchadors fuck up some guards, and then Lino passes out. The luchadors grab him, and they escape.
Yeah, the
I hated
luchadors
this
were
scene
there.
because I wanted to see more of the luchadors.
Yeah, they did like some cool stuff, like drop kicks and German suplexes,
Build
and
rocket ship.
tope con hilos and stuff like that. But like, no,
Yep.
build rocket ship.
build ship.
While Lino is passed out, we hear the luchadors talking to the scientists about the machos. The scientists say that machos' weakness is the cold, and that's why the machos have long ago started the terraforming process, which the humans know as global warming.
Global warming. Politicians trying to kill our planet.
The cold is bad.
Cold.
Luchadors. Remember luchadors?
luchadors.
We said that earlier.
The environment. Bernie Sanders. You know, these are all themes that are here.
Yep.
Check the boxes, bro.
Yeah. Lino wakes up in a shed, and Vince says that he's been knocked out for 3 days. We cut to the scientists and the luchadors building a rocket to save the world, and the plot line is fucking wild. I just don't... I have no idea what's happening.
This movie is, like, if it was a video game, it's the kind of game where you flip the other side and just, you're just confused. Like, you're more confused by the front, because it just starts listing off features that you're just like, what? You're like, oh, fully customizable mechs. You're like, this is a mech game? Like... 3,000 dating sims. You're like, oh,
Wait.
This game's like, conversation about race, conversation about class.
First strand type game.
Yeah.
What? What's
I
happening?
never thought I'd actually say the sentence. The scientists and the luchadors build a rocket to save the world.
Yep.
Whatever.
What? In but a rocket
What
ship
in but the rocket
made
ship
by
and
luchadors.
I hope
and a
luchadors
scientist
are
named, oh boy, Fagor.
Oh, come on, dude.
That's
We're gonna have to start over the
that's
podcast.
Scientist names
I literally
his-
didn't even know his name.
Fagor.
Oh, maybe the G's silent. Fair.
Fair.
Let's make the G silent, my guy.
Okay, that was the name.
For
Alright.
some stupid reason, Lino grabs Vince and they decide to run away from everybody, even though they saved him. I don't get it. We get a dope little montage shot, what everyone is up to, and this was cool. Like, the art style was awesome. The bad guys are looking for Lino. The good guys are building the rocket, and Lino and Vince are just waiting at a bus stop to go to Mexico. Because they're like, this is what people do, right? When you run away, you go to Mexico.
Go to Mexico.
That's it.
Immigration.
Immigration.
Illegal immigrants, aliens, aliens of two kinds. You know.
Yep.
Everything's here.
Everything's here. Before leaving, Lino thinks about Willie for some fucking reason and feels bad that he probably thinks that they are dead. So Lino decides to call him. When they call him, we find out that he's being held by Randy Crocodile.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton is holding him hostage. Willie tells Lino that he has something important to tell them and that they need to come back to Dark Meat City right now. Lino is like, oh man, Willie's in trouble. We gotta go save him. So Vince is like, fuck that shit. Willie is trash. And also, we do gotta go save him. You're probably right.
And now that I think about it, you're definitely right.
Power of friendship. Thank God Willie's a good friend, right? Right, guys?
Yep.
Willie's a great friend?
Yep. Willie is a great friend.
Willie,
you
yep.
know?
Oh.
Back in DMC, the gangster holding Willie hostage pulls out a fucking 50 cal sniper rifle and sets up shop in a window. It's not long before he sees Lino and Vince in, like, super racy disguises in a Mexican neighborhood. Like, he's just wearing a fucking sombrero and a poncho. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? You don't think that was a bad idea?
Right. And then all the gangsters are like, yo, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, they, like, make him take the sombrero off. Like, what are you doing? Trying to die. So, yeah, he notices that they're there, and he lines up a shot. And he takes the shot, but some other dude walks in front of the bullet, and the weight of the bullet hitting this dude's head felt so good.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt it. I could feel it. Like my head, I got a headache after I watched
Almost
it.
gave a
was
dope for
insane.
this.
Right, this one shot almost chalked up a dope. Yeah, these bullets straight fuck shit up. The hood boys in the street start taking shots at the trailer where Randy Orton is. And then another shot comes through the window, and it goes through a car, and then pretty much tears a dude in half. Like, oh, it's so good. Bullets are flying everywhere, and eventually Randy Crocodile runs out of 50 cal ammo, and like every shot that misses people leaves like a crater in the ground.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
I didn't understand how powerful this gun was. It was like a fucking elephant sniper rifle.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot. So he runs out of ammo. He gets up on the top of the roof of the trailer, and he just starts shooting people with an automatic rifle. Lino's like, I may be a loser, but I ain't no bitch. And then he tries to run in and save Willie. The gangster on the roof of the trailer gets shot in the stomach, and he falls over. And he's looking up at the sky, because, he's on his back, and he sees a rocket flying up. The luchador/scientist finally finished the rocket, and they launched it. The lead scientist says that it's out of their hands now. The rocket flies high over DMC, and it blows up. A massive cloud washes over the city, and rain starts to pour. The rain turns to snow, and all the machos start to turn blue, and they just freeze solid, like, instantly. Like, it's not that cold, so it's just any cold, I guess. Snow? Like, what if they
Snow.
opened
Winter. Global warming.
what if they just opened a freezer, though? You think, like, they're like, oh, shit, and they gotta
I think it
close
was literally just like cold, and I've been bothered by this. We gave Loose a lot of shit for shit like this last podcast, but tell me the main character just like wasn't just like, yeah, you guys ever just like turn into a statue when it's cold?
I mean, they live in like Southern California.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it.
They
gets
keep
that
it
cold.
warm. That's why Vince was so surprised. He's like, oh, shit, snow in DMC?
Yeah, I guess. All right, you're right. They got world building this,
But
I'm giving it
but
a go.
it gets worse. No.
Stop it.
It gets worse because the president's there and he freezes, and it's like you're telling me the president's never been to the north during wintertime.
Never. Lino says how cold it's getting, and his skin starts to shift to blue. And Vince is like, you can't die! You're my friend! And then a limo pulls up, and of course it's Luna! A very important, integral character to this plot. A character that is just, I love her so
Very
much.
prominent.
You know? Very
Can tell
prominent.
you a lot of
Just-
things about her. She thick.
Yep.
No,
We don't know how
see,
young
hold
she
on.
is, so calm
Hold
down.
on. Everyone, we don't know, and that's why I asked Josh how old he thought she was.
She wasn't that thick.
Okay, not even gonna answer the age thing. Just gonna go right.
I
to
already
what she
said
looks like.
earlier, I don't even find her attractive. She just looks like a fucking Bratz doll.
Yeah.
I've been trying to catch me a Brat style.
Stop it. Stop it. Luna walks over to Lino and kisses him, and they say she says some really stupid shit. She's like, well, I can't even remember. It was so dumb, it like hurt me. I didn't want to write it down. Do you guys remember what she said?
No. Did she say
Okay.
something? I don't even know.
Yeah, she kisses him, and she's like, I don't like being in there, but I like to steal a kiss, or so. I don't know. It was really dumb.
Yeah. No. Okay. I remember. Yeah. Something about stealing a kiss. Really stupid. Got it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reiterating exactly
Bad
what I
dialogue. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, this whole character did not need to be in the movie.
Yeah,
At all.
literally no purpose.
Nope. The kiss warms Lino's heart, but before he can get 100% hard, the boss man, white suit gangster guy rolls up behind Lino and slaps him and Vince away from her. He pulls out his gun and he kills every hood dude around. Just fucking. They're not even like shooting at him. He just starts fucking shooting everybody in the head. He aims his gun down at Luna. He pulls the trigger, but it clicks because he's out of bullets. So he empties out the shells and he loads the magnum up again. And Lino sees an image of his mom getting shot in the head, even though he didn't see it, like he was in a dumpster.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yeah, I don't know, dude. He
Dreams.
gets pissed. Dreams. This is Kingdom Hearts. Lino gets pissed and he rushes at the boss man. He puts up an alright fight. He gets a couple shots in, but the boss man just beats the shit out of Lino. He even like hulks him, like when Hulk fucked up Loki by like slamming him. He does that. He does that a
Yeah,
few
because
times.
he's like 10 times bigger
Yeah,
than Lino.
probably more.
And
Probably a little more.
there's this one shot where he punches Lino in the face, and like his knuckles go into his eyeballs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that should have been it.
Yep. Well, no, they should have been hit when he held him up by his foot and he just repeatedly punched him in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's it. You're done.
No, but like if you could you imagine full on punching someone in the eyes, like where your knuckles are inside of their eyeballs, and you're gonna tell me they're gonna get up and just be like, yeah, it's cool, I'm ready to fight. Goku would be fucked up if he took a punch right to the eyeball, you know?
Right? He'd be like, all right, that was it. You
No,
win.
hold on.
I don't want to fight.
Someone give me a sensu bean.
Vince is screaming at Lino to use his fucking super cool tentacle power, but Lino's like, I'm not letting the monster take me over again. Beep, boop, beep. It pops out for a second during the fight, but he suppresses it, and the boss man lays a fucking nasty uppercut on this man's chin, and it sends him flying. And it knocks his ass out. Vince sees the magnum, the dude's golden magnum on the ground, and he picks it up and he fires a shot, and he misses. And he's not that far away. Fucking sucks
I mean, the
ass.
kickback is kind of, I understood that as the kickback.
Oh, yeah,
made
no, the
him-
kickback makes sense, but still the aiming doesn't.
But I thought the kickback made him like,
No. The kickback fucking made him drop the gun because he punches himself in the face.
yeah.
The boss man walks over and he picks up the gun. And at this point, Willie just runs away. He's like, y'all got this. And he runs away.
Yeah.
Good
And I'm like,
character.
oh, shit. What is he going to go grab?
And if
Who
he
is
got
gonna
caught,
go
he'd
get?
be like, if he got caught out there, he'd be like, where's the team at? You know?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Good one. So yeah, Willie actually just leaves. He doesn't help out. I thought he was gonna come back. You know, I'm like, oh shit, this is his redemption thing.
Yeah.
Nope. Nothing like that. Like I said, no development for any of these characters at all.
None of them. I would not like
So the
to
boss
free
man
Willy.
walks back over to Lino with his gun, and he's about to he's about to kill him up. But then, the boy shows up. The man, Shakespeare, the RZA.
Actually, the RZA.
Shows up, actually the RZA. He shows up and he quotes some more Shakespeare, and then he shoots him in his eye.
And he's like an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye. And this doesn't affect the boss man at all. I'm like, oh, he's a tentacle demon guy. Nope, he's not. He just can get. You could just get shot in your eye, I guess, and be fucking fine.
As one does.
Yep. Shakespeare's not alone. He's with a whole bunch of his gang buddies,
Grapes.
and they all a whole bunch of grapes, and they all just light this man up. So the boss man's finally dead. Lino gets up and he looks for Luna, but she's also gone because she doesn't matter. The camera cuts to some time in the not so far future, and
2
Lino
months later.
describes. Is it 2 months?
Yeah.
Okay, I probably was like looking at literally anything else on my TV at this point.
I was staring down at my dick or something.
I was just fucking looking at my toes for no reason. So it's 2 months in the future, and Lino describes the state of the world. And it's pretty much exactly where we left off, except they got a new president. And Vin's got a job at the food spot where they met Luna. And Lino's just writing a letter to her that he's not going to give to her because she doesn't have an address.
And like why is she?
Yeah.
Love letters to the past.
Why wouldn't she want to see him? Like, why wouldn't she see him? Why wouldn't she wait at the
if
spot?
that was like a thing.
Yeah.
Unrequited
Like,
love.
She clearly liked him if she kissed him. It's just bad. I'd rather. You know how they say still a better love story than what the
Twilight.
fuck is that
Twilight.
movie? Twilight. I'd rather watch all Twilights than watch this love story
Yeah.
ever again.
I love Kristen Stewart. I watch those every day, anyways.
You would like Kristen Stewart with her no
Look, K-Stu
emotion.
good.
She.
I'm in
Huh?
K-Stu gang.
K-Stu gang?
K-Stu.
What?
Oh, the K-Stu. Okay. Okay, that's cool.
You're ruining it for me. Don't ever say
Yeah,
that again.
Cluse is about to leave the K-Stu gang.
It's K-Stu.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
If you say the word K-Stew again, like
That's
I'm
more
gonna lose
K-Stu
a
for me.
boner.
That's how I want to say.
Lino finishes up his letter saying that that he thinks of her and he wonders if she thinks of him. He tears the page out of the book and he folds it into a paper airplane and throws it out of the window and just lets it fly. You know, fucking what a waste of time. And then, the worst. Like, a lot of this movie has been bad, but then we get the worst shot of the movie. We get a shot of the moon, and it's just like a transforming base where the old white man, Mr. K macho guy, lives, and he sends out a bunch of UFOs, and then the movie ends because we care that there's going to be a second one. What?
But
The entire base is moon is a giant spaceship, which at that point you're like, all right, why are you doing this like slow infiltration of terraforming and everything?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying in my review. Like, why not just take it? You guys can just look like people. You were literally the president of the fucking United States. Why not just start like World War III? You know, just get it over with.
Because they didn't want nuclear winter.
No, they just wanted to avoid actual winter. A little bit of snow, guys. We lost.
Yep, that's the movie. That's the whole fucking movie. Nothing
Good
happened.
fucking movie.
Could have been good.
I was honestly like, after this ended, I was terrified to record this podcast because I was like, oh my god, if everyone loves it, I'm
Honestly,
so
like going
angry.
into it, I thought Cody was gonna like it for sure.
I thought you all were going to like it, and I was going to be the only one who thought it was dumb.
We just don't
I
know
really
each other
liked
very
it at the
Turns
well.
out-
start. I loved it at the start.
Turns out I probably liked it the most, and
The first 20 minutes
Yeah.
were really good.
I liked how weird it was. I liked where they were. I liked all the hood shit. All right, I really liked that, but the plot was just so dumb that I couldn't give it a dope.
It just fell apart.
Why was his
Like,
head on fire? His skull? Why was his
yeah,
face
you know.
skeleton?
And I'm fine with shit like that. Like I'm fine with, like, I think someone said it. I'm fine with that shit if no one talks about it. But
Yeah.
like how many times it came up and how many times it was used, it was like, what? Like,
why didn't
yeah.
Luna just show her?
Because they
ID?
even said, yeah, they even had that stupid fucking pop-up thing. Like, what? Why is his
Yeah.
head on fire? And I'm like, why address it? Like, it just is. Like, that's part of the universe. It's fine. Like the luchador's cat head not being a mask. Like, I don't care about that.
yeah.
But the plot
Yeah.
was just so dumb.
And like just straight up using Men in Black and like just like I don't know, it was fucking weird, dude. It was just weird. Like I said, I wasn't kidding about it. Just sounds like people just put every word up on,
On a
like
piece
a
of
wall
paper.
and just threw darts and said, "This is the story we're writing."
just give us
Whatever
ideas.
paper, whatever paper has a dart on it, use those words in the story.
So, like, you remember how when we watched Paprika, we were like, maybe it was trying to be too deep? I think this movie had that
I don't
problem.
think
Because
it
it was
tried
like,
being
oh,
deep.
global
I think it just
warming.
like literally.
No, it was trying, because it was trying to fucking... The global
Yeah,
warming
yeah.
thing.
Right.
Like,
They were
why-
trying to do a lot of themes. They really were like master race, like racism, like true instincts of people or whatever, and like it was trying a really
I'm
weird.
still really
things.
hung up on the message, like okay, so he's like embracing, like he's having all those combat quick time events throughout the movie, and that's like what's getting him through, and then he finds out that he's part alien, right? And just because it's an alien, he's supposed to like not use it because it's murderous.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like every proper movie's message is like embracing who you are, right? But this movie ends on don't. Like, yeah, shove that shit
there's, like, a
in a
weird-
closet. Don't fucking acknowledge who you are.
Yeah.
Some
don't
gangster's
embrace
gonna
it.
show up and kill the guy for you. You're like,
yeah, and that there was like this really weird like voiceover from like Taz from his dad or whatever, like when he's fighting the
Yeah.
agent, Bruce, or his dad's like, "Be who you were always meant to be," and then he just got
yeah,
uppercutted.
yeah.
And I
It's
was
like who you're meant to be.
That's
like,
what you're meant to be, a
like,
loser.
I don't fucking get that. Like, why would you say that if he's just gonna ignore who he is? That the
Yeah.
ah.
Ugh!
Like I honestly,
Again,
I'm
you're trying to
losing
be
my
deep with
fucking
it, and
brain.
then-
I
We can hear it. We can literally hear it.
I don't
Kyle.
understand. I don't understand.
I'm literally losing my fucking.
I have to believe. I really have to believe that they just ran out of time.
I think of movies in terms of like plots and themes and like that, and when shit like this happens, I don't know. I just assume I'm the idiot because people put a good amount of money into making this. So there had to been like one guy in the room was like, so you're trying to say this? Like there had to been one guy.
And I don't think there ever is. Honestly, like when stuff like this comes out, I really think everyone just is like, well, okay, we ran out of money. We ran out of time. We just need to wrap it up.
Finish it up, yeah.
And then the discussion at the end of it isn't like, this is good. It was like, this is enough.
Yeah.
You know? Like, this will be enough for us to get
200K
something out of the door.
in theaters from this.
Yeah. Right. We'll get something from this, you know?
Did it say how much the movie cost to
It's
make?
gonna be more than 200K, dude.
Oh, I know. That's so...
Like,
I don't know. So if it makes you feel any better, like Studio 4C or whatever is still doing stuff, but the other company, which is like Ankama, I think, didn't really do anything after this.
Yeah. It just sucks because it could have been good.
It really could have. There was, like, it could have been a very weird shonen set in a time frame where shonen usually is not set.
Yeah.
And that's why I was excited for the beginning, because I was like, okay, this is gonna be kind of interesting. I like the world. I enjoy it. You know, like, but there's like certain people that can write characters. There's certain people that can write plots, and there's certain people that can write worlds. This person can write worlds. They cannot do anything else.
Can they?
They don't even know how characters work.
All the good stuff was just lifting like real life. Like they didn't fucking. They just took pictures and was like, make that shit.
Make that shit. And then they called it Dark Meat City. Never mind, they can't write worlds. They called it Dark Meat City.
Dork Meat City.
No, it's not.
Dork
Meat City.
I have no problem with Dark Meat City.
All right, for Dope List, I don't have anything because we never discuss anything, and it doesn't matter because this podcast is fucking garbage. You know, so
we're not good. We're almost as bad as this movie. You know.
Yep. I even tried fleshing out our format, and I just like wrote list.
Yeah. So the best part of this movie, I'll just make the joke. Best part of this movie was the ending because it was over and I didn't have to influence my senses.
Woo!
Nice. Good job. Good job. You fucking said what everybody else says about shit they don't like. Good job.
We love
You're
it.
fucking
I'm so
stupid.
fucking good. I'm
Is
so
Jason
smart.
on the podcast?
Funny. Oh man.
So dumb.
Thanks,
Sloppy
guys.
con.
You know,
Sloppy
like,
con.
I'll gladly accept the award for greatest idiot.
I'll do it too. Baddest bitch is Willie.
Got it. Oh, that's
Got
a
it.
good one. Oh,
Got
that's a
it.
good
Because
one.
he had all that spit in his mouth and he could probably fucking
Okay,
suck,
you're making some
dude.
good points now.
Dude, suck me, bro.
Do you want me to stroke your ball, sir?
It
I do.
It could have been that.
Them furry
Could have
hands
been
you
the
got.
dead mom. It could have been the gangster bitch with the titty.
With the
Yeah,
titty?
when they get to Palm Hill.
Oh yeah, where she's dancing.
She just grabs
She
a
has,
whole
like,
tit and just kind of wiggles it around.
I didn't like it. I didn't also like there was a scene where it was like slow motion, but they were doing the car chase with the ice cream truck, and he goes through the intersection, and there's that chick running, and they like just have to zoom in on her tits bouncing while she's running. I'm like, why? It's so unnecessary.
And some guys like watching her like run by, and I was like, yeah, that's real.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna happen, like where they showed that and then she like died, and I'm like, oh, that would have been actually funny, but nothing happened. It was like, yeah, those are tits, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, they do
I
happen.
guess if I'd like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's our dope list. We don't have one. Movie
Is this
wasn't
gonna be
dope.
the bottom of the bottom?
Well, this, yeah.
This was really bad.
So like at the end of the year when we do our rankings of best shit we've watched throughout the year, this will probably be at the bottom.
Which again sucks because the cast was good, man. Like the music was good, the fucking sounds
Ice
were
Cream
good.
Truck song
Like, there was
alone.
The Ice Cream Truck song almost.
It
got me.
wasn't even.
there was a
memorable
good
to me.
movie in here
okay.
somewhere.
No.
What do you mean?
I totally believe there was. All right, shout out fucking shout out Ice Cream Chuck song.
Yep.
No.
Shout out.
what?
Shout out
No.
Rat Death.
Shout out motherfuckers.
Shout out motherfuckers. Shout out.
Corn pops and chocolate milk.
Yup.
Shout out
That's a good
luchadors. Shout out cockroaches. Shout
Shout
out
out,
Some corn pops.
Chibi
shout out-
Ghost Rider.
Shout out. Global
Yeah.
warming.
Shout out
Yeah.
racism.
Dad dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Dog
Shout
dads.
Shout out dog dads. Yeah, shout out bestiality.
Shout out hanging eyes.
Like, for real though. All right. So if we could like mix breed like that, like